Okay guys, so I truly can't believe we're actually discussing this again, DLC 5. I mean, it's such an insane thing to talk about, and before you guys even comment below, I know the main argument is going to be, well, Black Ops 3 is dead, so don't even talk about Black Ops 3, don't even mention DLC 5, it's all dead and gone, but there's a really interesting thing that Treyarch is randomly doing, and it's a live stream tomorrow that they literally just tweeted out. I'll show the tweet up on screen right now. Let's reconnect before the madness of the holidays descends upon us, shall we? Black Ops 3 live stream. Why? It's such a weird thing, bro. The game is over. They finished up. They haven't really been discussing or hinting or saying anything. And within this video, I want to go into a lot of what happened after Revelations, and is it really possible that tomorrow they're going to give us something for Black Ops 3 Zombies along the lines of a DLC 5, along the lines of remaster maps? And at this point in time, especially because of the release of Infinite Warfare Zombies, it actually makes a lot of sense, and I think Call of Duty honestly depends on it at this point. So, you know, we're gonna go into all of that within this video. Again, if we can go, actually, let's do something a bit different here. If if you think we're gonna see DLC 5 tomorrow, and then dislike if you think it's not gonna be DLC 5 tomorrow. So I don't know, I'm ruining my ratings here, but let me just see what you guys think. Dislike if you think there's gonna be no DLC 5 or no remaster maps or really no content. Or like if you do think there's going to be at least DLC 5 or at least some content, or, you know, leave a comment below of what you think they're going to add. So if you think they're adding new content, leave a like. If you think they're just discussing, like, you know, thank you for playing Black Ops 3, then leave a dislike then. So let me know what you guys think about that. Pretty cool way to see your opinions, and let's get started. So again, remaster maps for Black Ops 3 Zombies. We originally thought back from Revelations, you know, we're not, I guess back before, we didn't really know Revelations existed. Back before, you know, the first DLC 4 leaks were, you know, out on Reddit and stuff like that. We discussed them, and we saw all these lines of code for different maps, old maps from Black Ops 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, and we were discussing Resurrection 2.0, an all zombies map pack. It would boost sales like insane numbers that we've never seen before. Resurrection did good in Black Ops 1, so it would obviously do so much better within Black Ops 3. There's more people in the community. People just want remaster maps. We understand that at this point, but it didn't happen. Instead, we saw Revelations with remaster maps inside of it. So we were just like, okay, well, looks like we're not going to see any remaster maps. Not going to happen. And people were saying in general, I would rather have a new map instead of seeing remaster maps anyway. I think some people maybe would rather see remaster maps. But again, the flip side, I just want new maps. I don't really care about these remaster maps, and I want them to focus on new maps. And that was sort of the problem with the Revelations with a lot of people. They just wanted new stuff. They felt like they played it before. So at that point, the whole hype for remaster maps died down. Now we're looking at December of 2016. Black Ops 3 is done, and DLC 5 is out of the question. But Infinite Warfare, and it's very telling because they have, okay, let's just go through this here. Infinite Warfare, obviously, such a low standard of a Call of Duty, such a low selling Call of Duty, such a low interested Call of Duty. It's worse than COD Ghosts. It's not saying the game is bad, but it's lower than COD Ghosts. You know, no one cares about Infinite Warfare. It's so far below COD Ghosts, and COD Ghosts was pretty far down in the ranks of Call of Duties at the start of the game even, you know. So no one's playing Infinite Warfare, no one's even buying supply drops in Infinite Warfare, and that made them, you know, bring COD points and bring supply drops to even Modern Warfare Remastered. And that was today. They just added supply drops and COD points to Modern Warfare Remastered, which is just like, who would have thought? And that was like people's worst nightmares, and they did it. So obviously Call of Duty and Activision, they're really desperate for, I guess, revenue, you know, for money. They're not making that money like they did with Black Ops 3. No one's even playing Infinite Warfare, and the people that are playing Infinite Warfare, they're not buying supply drops. So, look, at this point in time, I think what they know is that Black Ops 3 made them a lot of money. What they know is that Treyarch Zombies makes them even more money. They understand how many people play it, they understand how many people buy it and watch it, and, you know, they're all so interested in it. So funding a DLC 5 and funding Treyarch to even have multiple DLCs, not even just a DLC 5, maybe separate map packs throughout this year, throughout the cycle of Infinite Warfare, I think is something, if I was Activision, I would want to do that. I don't want my whole platform, I don't want my stock to just deplete. I don't want to lose millions and millions of dollars, because Activision's a huge company. They need to pay their stocks. They need to fund themselves, you know? And Infinite Warfare and even Modern Warfare Remastered and Cop Points, it's just not doing that right now. So if I were them, I would legitimately look into a DLC 5. And it's just crazy because we thought before, you know, I guess the main reason why DLC 5 wasn't, you know, I guess a possibility was, okay, it's just, it doesn't make sense to promote an older Call of Duty when the new Call of Duty is out. But now it seems like this could actually happen. So I just want to play you guys, no, I'll play you guys, I'll show you guys some tweets. Everyone, when they saw the tweet of, you know, a Treyarch live stream tomorrow, they thought DLC 5. I'm gonna play a bunch of DLC 5s. I also have some tweets of people saying, you know, BO4 or you know, a new BO2 remaster. I think if anything, it's gonna be some more content for this year. Maybe remaster maps. I don't know. But now let's get into the fun part of the video, where we actually like talk about what we're gonna see. You know, what remaster maps are we going to see? What content, you know, we're gonna see. You know, is it gonna be spread out in separate parts? Is it gonna be a whole just DLC 5 release? Again, this is all speculation. Obviously, we don't know if it's gonna happen, but honestly, at this point, I could very well see it happen. Even if it's not revealed tomorrow, I can see throughout the year, throughout 2017, very, very possible to see some sort of additional content for Black Ops 3 Zombies, especially zombies, in the form of maybe maps, maybe weapons, you don't know. So again, remaster maps that we have not seen, and I'm going to exclude the ones from Revelations, so you have to think, what if they did sort of a full-on Buried remake, or they did something really insane? I feel like Treyarch would do this, and it'd be the funniest thing, and it'd probably be the most selling map pack ever, or most selling, I guess, you know, DLC side pack ever, or, you know, addition to the game, whatever. Not really a map pack, but it would just be a standalone remaster map, Transit Remastered, bro. As much as it's insane to say, I think if they did a Transit Remastered, it would just, oh man, it would explode. It would actually explode. It would be so funny. Everyone would buy. If you hated the map, if you love the map, you can't tell me you wouldn't buy a Transit Remastered for Black Ops 3. And I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, they need to do that. They need to do something like that. I think that'd just be so sick, man. Again, they can do and you know, remaster old maps like Origins, Mob of the Dead. The only problem with that is I feel like they did that with the Revelation, so I don't know why they would do that for a third time. But again, times are tough for Activision, man. I can honestly, clearly think and see this happening. Before, you know, I've had doubts for DLC 5. You know, the past videos where I was just like, oh, DLC 5 could happen. Obviously, in the back of my head, I was like, is it really gonna happen? Probably not. But it was fun to, you know, theorize. Now, like, again, put yourself in the shoes of Activision. I'm scared for my company. My company is losing so much money, and I saw what happened with Black Ops 3. It did so well. I need to put some more Black Ops 3 content out. Infinite Warfare completely just destroyed Call of Duty, you know? So, not in a good way. So, they need to put some Black Ops 3 Zombies content out. And I think whether it's DLC 5, a Transit Remaster map, that would be insane. So, anything else really besides remaster maps they could do? I'm going to keep this centered towards zombies because I personally like zombies more than multiplayer, but again, they can do multiplayer as well. But I'm thinking more maybe new zombies DLC weapons. So, DLC weapons specific to zombies to get people back in the game, to get people playing. Maybe DLC weapons and supply drops for Black Ops 3 in general, but they're zombie weapons. Not like adding the Peacekeeper Mark II into zombies, like a normal multiplayer DLC weapon, but adding it into zombies. I'm saying like a really sick Wonder Weapon crazy Element 115 infused zombie weapon that you have to get in supply drops, and it'll increase sales and it'll increase hype. Everyone wants to get that weapon and just stuff like that. I think that would be such an insane thing. And again, I keep on reiterating this, but they need to do it. They're gonna do something like that. I think there's no doubt that we're gonna see new content for Black Ops 3 Zombies throughout the next year, maybe just Black Ops 3 in general. Remaster maps, a DLC 5, a bit of a stretch, but it makes so much sense. I think just playing these maps are gonna be freaking insane. And if it actually does happen, if they actually say something tomorrow, then that'd be really cool. If not, if tomorrow the live stream is literally just, you know, an update and what happened and maybe Revelations info, I think hopefully, one final thought here, if they're not going to reveal any new content for this game, or if they're not going to really talk about anything regarding remaster maps, weapons, and more Black Ops, just if they're not going to talk about any new Black Ops 3 content, at least, and I hope at least they do this, explain something with the Revelations, explain why they did Revelations, explain some more storyline, just make this like an actual live stream. I know it's not a specific zombies live stream, but look, we haven't heard from Treyarch since Revelations. A lot of people, their main complaint was Treyarch just completely abandoned us. Like, we wanted to know what happened. We wanted to know what was going to happen there. We wanted to know why they did the Revelations ending cutscene, why they didn't really close. What Blundell said? He's going to put, like, brackets on the storyline, which I don't know what. He put, like, reverse brackets. He, like, opened up the storyline. I don't really know what he was doing there because nothing really happened at the end of Revelations. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what he does. I don't even know if it's Jason Modell. It literally just says Black Ops 3 live stream, 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's freaking insane. But again, we will see, what they reveal. Hopefully, it's something really cool. If not, then that's pretty big letdown, and we're gonna be screwed for the next year or 2 years. So I don't know. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.